So the pre-budget report last year in 2009 followed up on the earlier changes we'd seen that year, where new proposals were introduced to introduce a tax on higher earners in employer-funded pension schemes. What that basically means is if you're earning more than £130,000 in gross income, and that's not just your employment income, it's income you might have from outside of work, then you'll be subject to a new tax on any pension provision that your company makes for you. I think as far as the upcoming budget on the 24th of March is concerned, companies are in the dark at the moment about how exactly these new proposals will apply. Certainly the concept of introducing a tax on higher earners is a radical one, and it will mean that companies will have to shake up their pension arrangements for sure. But many are finding it difficult to plan for the future because they don't quite know exactly how the new requirements will work. So we're hoping that there'll be some more clarity on those proposals after the next budget. The government's recent consultation to industry on how the rules will work is just closed, and there may be a response as a result of that consultation. So the situation that companies are in at the moment is that they're juggling a number of pension issues, from trying to work out the best design for their pension arrangements, to plugging the deficit in their pension scheme, and to avoiding very heavy demands on their free cash when it comes to sorting out the pension scheme. I think the primary focus as far as the budget is concerned is what happens to the best way to provide pensions or other forms of savings for their higher earners. Certainly it's the case that if you're a higher earner now, it may not make sense for you to stay in your company pension arrangement. And companies are having to deal with that. They're having to deal with the questions that their senior people are asking them, and they're also having to reflect on, well, in place of pensions, what alternative arrangements might they put in place? Well, if I was in the Chancellor's shoes, I feel I have a bit of a mission impossible ahead of me. On the one hand, I do need to think about how to repair the economy and shore it up, and that typically involves raising tax take. But on the other hand, I do want to make sure that there's a long-term, sustainable regime for pensions so that companies continue to provide pension arrangements for their employees, and individuals across the country of all age brackets continue to save adequately for their pensions. How to solve that conundrum is not that simple, but I think one thing that companies and individuals alike are looking for is stability in the pensions regimes. The fewer changes we see on top of what we've already got to grapple with, the better it will be for everybody.